Nice t-shirt from them and a pair of no-name national decals. Get your cell phones out. Get on YouTube.
Well, it's another beautiful morning here in Sikeston, Missouri for day 2 of No Name Nationals. I am pretty beat. I am worn out. So I had a great time yesterday. I spent the day meeting all of my favorite YouTube channel content creators. Got to see all the cool cars that I've always wanted to see. I had people coming up to me that wanted to see my car, and so that required me to, you know, be there and hang out just so that I could show them my car. And then of course there's the whole debacle of it doesn't even run yet. Are you going to get it running? When is it going to run? What are you going to do? And honestly, I wanted to kick back, relax, and just enjoy the show. I have wrenched for 90 days so hard to get to the event. I've never drag raced before, so I haven't got the bug yet. But watching everybody else do it, it looks like a lot of fun. So I guess I kind of got inspired after the group photo where all the cars were lining up on the track and I wasn't going to be able to take mine. And then a really great kid brings up his LS powered S10 and he goes, well, why don't you just hook it up to my truck and we'll tow it out there. And I'm telling you, that moment changed me. We pushed the car out, threw the chain on it, and he towed me all the way out to the track. A group of guys jumped in and helped put my car in position for the photo. And then he towed me off the track to everybody waving, and it was just awesome. So fast forward to later in the day, a gentleman came up and said he traveled, you know, across the country to see all of his favorite YouTube cars and YouTubers. And, you know, the guy was super genuine. He has his own cool car that he didn't bring because he flew, but sat there and talked for quite a while about me and the Pontiac and how far we've gotten. And I say we, again, we is myself, my wife, and you guys, because you guys have been invested in this car since I got it. So this guy was one of those people. He's invested in the car. He wanted to see it. And of course, I'm standing there working on the fuel system when he was there, and he goes, so you think you'll get it running? I guess so. So I spent quite a lot of time last night, stayed late, but you know, I gotta tell you, I'm sunburned, I'm dehydrated, still excited to go back, but spent a lot of time wrenching on it last night. Got some, not pristine or beautiful, but some very appropriate and adequate fuel line hookup. I've got to get one more connection done, and I ended up forgetting a cutter for my tubing. So thanks to Just Mopar Joe, he loaned me his cutting tool, which I have to remember to get back to him today. And honestly, everybody else that helped, NSB Customs, those guys are dealing with a hurricane back home, and they're here at No Name Nationals. What blew my mind was they said, what do you need to get your car going? And I said, well, what I would really like is to figure out this fuel system. And I've got no experience with the AN fittings and the braided lines and all that and how that goes together. And I struggled with it. And I watched other channels like Perpetual Projects teach me how to do it. And even though you're learning it online, it's kind of hard to get the concept when you're trying to practice it at home. So when NSB Customs came by, I said, I really need to make, you know, this line go into this fitting. And they said, no problem, we'll take care of it. And I said, no, I want to learn how to do it. So they spent the extra time, you know, walked me through the whole process, showed me all the little nuances of how to put the braided line into the special AN fittings and make it not leak. Now that, to me, was above and beyond. Anybody can just go, here, let me do it, and just fix it. Anybody can take it to a store and the store just goes, here you go, here's your line all finished for you. And that's awesome. I don't like to pay people to do stuff that I could do if I knew how to do it. And NSB Customs took the time. They made the effort to show me how to do this. And now, hopefully, I can recreate it later. So today, I'm gonna get to the track. I'm gonna finish hooking the fuel line up. That's step one. I will then route power back to my fuel pump. That's step two. Then I'm going to probably wire in the fans. Well, hold on. Let's be clear. If I get step two done, I'm gonna start the car. Because ain't nothing gonna motivate everybody around me more than hearing that car fire up. So that's step two. That's the end of step two. Okay, so then step three, we're gonna hook up the fans and get the radiator hoses hooked up, which means then I need to put some water in it. So I'll go get some water, fill it up. And then I'm gonna sort out some linkage for the shifter, which I think is simple enough. If I have time, I've got to fix my rear airbag mounts, because being towed on the trailer with the simple mounts that I did, the airbag mounts took too much pressure and bent. And so it's putting my bags in an odd position. It wants to lean a little bit. So I'll see if I can fix those. If Leighton Welding has time today, we'll have him zip in some gussets and strengthen those up. If he doesn't have time today, I'll do it when I get home. But in the meantime, I would like to be able to put it in drive and do a parade lap. Let's see how it goes today. Yeah, right? Day 2, No Name Nationals, Sikeston, Missouri. If you're within driving distance, I hope you're in the car, because this is going to be one heck of a day, and you should be here. And today, my plan is to make this car run. Well, okay, the fuel line seems to be pretty solid, but I need to test it to make sure there's no leaks. So to do that, I'm going to recheck all of my wiring, because when you're thrashing at 0 hours, trying to make sure everything's good, if you don't have the right thing in the right spot, you might chase it for hours. So I'm going to double check everything, make sure it's all wired up correctly, and then we're going to prime the pump and see if we got any leaks.
I would like to welcome to your first time trial session, Pontiac. We would like to make a whole day of this event. This is your first time trial session, Pontiac.
Got some brain battery.
That I've done it for 40 years.
Yeah.
So I've tried to bypass as much as I can. Get 12 volts where it needs to be.
Probably complicated or something less than that.
Yeah, but super cheap.
Yeah.
Price is right.
And it has got a 73 charger, but we put 440 and they would have a wiring problem.
Somebody offered a 440 when I got the car. And I said, if I can make it happen, let's put it in there.
440 in a Pontiac?
Hell yeah.
That'd be badass. You don't hear about
So it's got a little fuel leak and it's got some power issues. That for some reason the car, even though it sat for 40 years and it's completely rusty, for some reason it doesn't have a good ground. So we kind of worked on that. And here's my ground. So I'm going to run into the lovely town of Sikeston, Missouri and find a few missing pieces that I need. And I might mess around and actually make this drive. Stay tuned. Not right now. Drive around pit. Get out of your way here, bud. I got to put some water in it, and then these guys are making it so I can ship it. I ain't gonna take it on the track, but I'll do a lap around the pit. Drive around pit. Get out of your way here, bud.
Like 6 guys pushing.
You're putting in speed.
I'll have to figure out how to share these files, but
We transferred.
okay. He's got it. He's already on the second one. I said he's already on the second one.
Oh, sorry. I had a key catastrophe.
Look, it's already got nozzles for nitrous purge.
Yeah. And I looked and there was like freaking half-inch gap right there.
We'll have it in a second.
I'll get another battery.
Oh no. All right. Now my hands are all free.
We need to get to the second turn latch, get hold of the cable up.
I got it.
Yep, it worked.
Shut it off.
Oh yeah. Let's not no food.
You have movement.
Okay. We need to check the transmission fluid. You gotta open the glove box? Yeah. This has every Pontiac option. Okay, let's not have the car brake while I do this.
That would be unfortunate.
There's a phone under the tire on the other side.
Phone?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would have been good.
But at least the car.
Drop the car. That phone made it 4 years before I broke it, and it broke on this car.
Whoa.
Hey, door's closed.
Shut. Automatic door. You want another jack?
No, I'm gonna.
So did Dizzy Izzy get enough subscribers to race?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's why he was in the burnout competition and stuff.
I subscribe to him with every channel I have on my phone.
I did too, but that was like months ago. So when they were scrambling, I'm like, dude, I've given you all I got.
Well,
At this point, I'd be making up new channels.
Get a little diagonal. You got the 3-wheel motion going on.
Yeah. When you gotta get out.
Got it.
Good.
fuck shoes, Iris. I didn't think about that. I've done it so many times on the subway. Hook a damn strap to one end and pull it.
Now what?
There's the fuel cell.
I think you were right left. Pit traction or pit traction water.
More fluid. More fluid.
Did you flip all the switches?
I came unplugged.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
I
to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack.
Oh man, that don't kill. Oh shit. Oh, oil pan. So, if y'all have seen my videos, this here oil pan right here got me over 230,000. And really all I did was take a 3-pound sledge and got mad, and I decided I wanted to fit the motor in the car anyway while I was waiting on the right pan. So I beat it up. I did everything I could to thrash to get this damn motor and trans in this car so I could fit it, make sure everything worked. And that turned into white trash, hillbilly, your kids are white, you know, inbred, your dogs are ugly. I got every hate thing, and I'm all about the free speech to say whatever they want, you know. But the point of it was just that we do what we can to get things done and get them on the road, no matter what. Yeah. Now, I'm going to give this away. Originally, me and John had an idea for this thing, but I have something more. I've made a lot of friends, lots and lots of friends at this. And everybody thrashed, I've thrashed. I thrashed until noon on Thursday on my damn Ranchero. And we ended up in 5 minutes. I came down here to close. I came out from underneath that car. And that was the point of it. That's what I got out of it. We do what we can. We just happen to do it on camera now instead of what we did all the time anyway. Right? So I made a real good friend out of this whole event. And for a week straight, we were texting until 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning underneath the car, our car. By the way, both Pontiacs. And I made a good friend in Joshua Buffington of Buff's Garage. He decided that he was coming. His wife said, "You gotta go." And he just stopped, took an hour nap, and he drove here. Blue tires in his trailer, following the Holy Goat in the 59, which had to be the slowest. Because you had to wait for the 59 to turn. That took an hour. And he never stopped. He never stopped. He got off that first on the trailer, off the trailer, and made 2 victory laps in a car that came out of nothing with no frame, no trunk, no nothing. And to me, in mine, what I do, I don't do a lot of racing yet because I have literally got the itch. I have the fastest ambulance on YouTube. But I want to present this to you for never giving up, and it don't matter what happens. You make it work, you make it fit. Just don't do this. 30,000 views. 230,000 views. This thing's amazing. Josh Buffington of Buff's Garage.
That man right there is a hero because when we first showed up, Project Reaper was having some serious starter issues. And the man walked up to me and was like, "I will rip the starter out of my own car to give to you if you need it." So that guy's a hero. I just want everybody to know that.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
I was going to do a selfie with this. Yeah, oh, there we go. You got to stroke the beer.
Beautiful morning in Sikeston, Missouri. Leaving No Name Nationals, so I have to be home.
So it's the day after No Name Nationals. I got the Pontiac all loaded up thanks to Jay at Irish Outlaw Garage. I had Chad from Square Body Stuff and throw in Travis and Amber from Perpetual Projects. We got this sucker loaded back up and I'm about to put this thing into drive. Putting her in tow haul mode and headed home. For some reason it smells like a burnout. There it is. Still holding air, but we lost the tread. So, time for tire change number 3. If there's something I've learned having a YouTube channel, is there's always an opportunity for content. Taking an untested car with an untested engine, with an untested transmission, on an untested trailer, to an inaugural event 7 hours from home, you pretty much know what's going to happen. So, tire change number 3. How many of you predicted this? If you were at No Name Nationals, I bet all of you. Trailer tire number 3 on this trip to Sikeston, Missouri is now being changed. No problems, we got one more, just in case. Pontiac's doing all right. Had the one little blowout. Well, it wasn't even a blowout. Had the one little issue with the tread falling off one of the trailer tires, but again, predictable. Pulled over to get fuel, checked the fluids. Ended up, because I had my hood up, Chad from Square Body Stuff fell in behind me and offered to follow me until his turn, which very generous, and I appreciate it. These guys are great people. And I gotta tell you, if you miss No Name Nationals, if you don't understand what it's about, if you're a car YouTube fan and you don't know the people that attended No Name Nationals, then you need to check out the hashtag No Name Nationals. Go find those channels and hopefully you like what you see. Because there's people like Chad, there's people like Irish Outlaw Garage, people like Punisher Le Mans Garage, these are guys that love to build cars, and now they're doing it on YouTube for your entertainment. So get out there and support these guys. They are awesome people. So get out there and support these guys. They're all awesome people. They have great channels, and you need to go out and discover that for yourself. So we've got, I believe, about 5 hours left until I get this truck and trailer home and can finally put my feet up and take a little rest. So hold on. mishap earlier in which the car came loose from the straps, and I'm going to show you what happened. So we're going to just go ahead and re-strap it with extra straps. You can never have too many straps. So what happened earlier was we had to remove the goods spare to put it on the trailer, and then this one I put here and re-strapped everything down. But this one shifted and this wasn't locked in place, and when it hit this, it released the strap. Well, once it released the strap, it allowed it to pull backwards, which then loosened this strap, and it came loose. Come back up here, now this one popped loose, and if it weren't for Chad from Square Body Stuff flagging me down, who knows what would have happened. I did feel that it had moved, but by that point I was already pulling over because he flagged me down. So thanks to him, the BFP is saved. Made it home. What a trip. Going from Kansas to the far east side of Missouri for the No Name Nationals. And I'm not just talking about the drive. I'm talking about joining up to the No Name Nationals with 108 days until the deadline. Then getting a car within 90 days of the deadline and thrashing to get the car ready, missing my mark by that much, but then redeeming myself by getting the car to Sikeston, thrashing on it in Sikeston, and doing that victory lap around the pits. Now, it wasn't quite ready to go down the track, but come next year, No Name 2023, I guarantee I'll be going down the track. But until then, whew, what a weekend. That was a blast. Had so much fun, but I am tired. So I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.
the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror